sorry?
Are you a knock?
It's a rockin' metal revival!
No, I don't know what that is.
I know.
Crank it up!
Am I speaking fucking Japanese? I'm gonna sound it out for you.
Are you or are you not a knock? A fucking knock!
Welcome to the show!
All right, horns up, metalheads. Time for another edition of Rockin' Metal Revival. New Year is here, and
Are you a knock?
no,
A knock?
knock.
We don't want any knocks
No.
listening. If you're listening, knocks, turn it off.
That's right. But 2016 is here. It's the first time we've been in the studio in a long
First time we've been here in 2016.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So today we
So
got.
it's a very special day for
It
all
is
of us.
for all of us. It's still got that hookah smell in here.
Oh,
But,
yeah. I did partake a
yeah,
little.
I
But
guess-
it's old stuff from last year that's
Oh.
been sitting there. So
Yeah, I can understand why it
But
smells the way it does.
out of the...
Oh, the nice Jamaican pipe I got you.
Yeah.
Nice.
It works still.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Good thing. Way to start off 2016.
Hell yeah.
Today, our show, we want to welcome Craig Goldy, guitarist of Dio and Jufria and Rough Cut.
Yeah,
and,
Jafria.
And they got a new nice. Got a new band called Resurrection Kings, and we're going to talk to him next hour about that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good stuff, man.
Some good music coming
Yeah.
out right away in January.
Holy crap, yeah. We got it like 3 new releases, and all of them are good.
Why
But
don't we-
there's a couple that are just like, whoa.
Yeah, let's
I'm
play one
really
off
digging.
one of those. Let's start the show with some new Anthrax.
Yes, I love this album.
This is called Evil Twin on Rockin' Metal Revival. From deep inside Jerry's vault of CDs, there's David Bowie
Yeah.
in Suffragist City.
I don't have very many
David Bowie CDs?
There was a few songs that I really dug, and that was one of them.
You know, one thing I always liked about David Bowie was
was cool.
He
He
did
did-
his own thing.
Yeah. I mean, the Ziggy Stardust stuff was
Yeah.
really cool. That was a good album and stuff.
I actually got to see him in concert back in 1987.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, on the Glass Spiders tour. It was cool.
Were they-
It was very, very cool.
That can make a hell of a mess. You start stepping on glass spiders.
He had this, you know,
Yeah,
Kiss,
cut
Kiss
up.
had the spider.
Yeah.
David Bowie had it in '86.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So, hey, you know how they always say that things happen in threes?
Who's going to be the third?
No, it's
man?
already happened, man. Scott Weiland,
Oh, I don't know about that.
Scott Weiland, Lemmy, and Bowie.
I think Lemmy and Bowie are up there a lot higher than Scott Weiland.
It still fits the genre though. you
Yeah.
know?
Did you
But-
watch the funeral?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it any good?
Yeah,
I-
it's pretty. It
I
was.
didn't have a
It was
chance.
very. It was weird that the guys from Motorhead weren't there, but there were visa
They
problems.
couldn't. Yeah, they
and-
couldn't get there
Yeah.
because one couldn't fly. Phil Campbell couldn't fly because his doctor
Yeah.
orders his
And,
sickness.
and the other one, Fast Eddie Clark, couldn't get a visa.
He's been a bad boy, he
Yeah.
said. And they won't let him come into the country.
I see that Jack Daniels has now put out a 40th anniversary collector's bottle of Motorhead Jack Daniels.
Oh, yeah? Got to get that.
I'd
then,
like
huh?
to get one of those just
Yeah.
as a collector.
That would be cool. That'd
And
be cool.
they now have officially, I want everybody who listens to Rock and Metal Revival, when you go into your local bar or tavern or pub,
Oh,
I want
yeah.
you to order it as a Lemmy,
Yeah, order a Lemmy.
as a Coke and Jack Daniels. And if they don't serve it to you right, raise hell.
It's got to have little bitters in it, too, it's supposed to.
Yeah.
In the thing
But
that I saw. But yeah.
Order
it
a
looks-
Lemmy.
Hell yeah. Have a couple.
exactly.
Might as well. And then if you're an asshole, don't drive.
No.
Even if you're not an asshole,
Don't
drive.
drink and drive.
Yeah, smoke and fly.
Smoke and fly, that's
but we're
right.
not done yet. So
No.
that's just a
Exactly. That's just a
that's
precursor.
That's just words to live by.
Exactly. So speaking of Lemmy, man, it was a sad, sad day. You know what the thing is that really pisses me off? Just like Dimebag and all these people that we've loved for years.
Yeah, now
everybody wants their Lemmy shirts.
Jumping
and-
on the
yeah.
bandwagon and making his Ace of Spades, putting it on the charts and all that shit.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do that before?
Yeah.
Why didn't you do that a year ago when you knew he was sick?
The worst thing I
Yeah.
saw so far was a minion that looked like Lemmy.
Nice. I'd actually get that shirt.
Terrible shit. All right, so from their last CD, Bad Magic, here is Motorhead's version of the Rolling Stones classic, Sympathy for the Devil, on Rockin' Metal Revival.
He's going to give the devil what for, man. He'd take over. Wouldn't you think? You wouldn't think Lemmy's in charge now?
I thought he was in rock and roll heaven.
Well, if he took over by now, don't you think?
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
mean,
in
it wouldn't
charge.
take him that long.
He gave whoever was in charge the finger and
Oh, yeah.
moved him right out of the way.
Yeah, I bet.
There's the Texas Hippie Coalition and Monster and Me on Rock and Metal Revival and Big Daddy Rich.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great show. I think Texas
Oh,
Hippie
yeah. He's quite an intimidating looking dude.
Exactly.
Looks like he don't take no shit.
No, none
Nice,
at all.
funny fucking guy, though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. So we've been off since what, the middle of December?
Seems like it.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of weird news to catch up on.
Yeah, but when I went to look, there wasn't as much cool stuff, funny stuff as I thought. Nobody fucking their truck, like that one guy.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty disgusting.
Well,
I saw somebody doing that to your car the other day.
That's
too.
okay. Yeah. Hopefully they clean this ice out of the muffler.
There you go.
There you go. Waffle House fire worker for styling hair. You catch this fire when they're styling their hair at the Waffle House with kitchen equipment. Probably going for that waffle look.
Nice. Yeah, you try to waffle your hair. I guess they do all kinds of curling.
Forest City, Arkansas Waffle House says it has fired 2 employees at one of its Arkansas restaurants after video emerged showing a worker dipping her hair into a pot of water in the restaurant's kitchen. Nice. Antonio Robinson tells Memphis, Tennessee television station WREG that his friend found a hair in his food when they dined last week at Waffle House in Forest City, about 90 miles east of Little Rock. Robinson said he watched one employee dipping her hair into a water pot on the stove in the restaurant's kitchen, then drying it with a towel.
What the hell?
Robinson said he and a friend recorded the incident on their cell phones. Waffle House, based in Norcross, Georgia, said in a statement it has fired the 2 employees and the restaurant has since passed a state health code.
We usually don't let them wash their hair in our pots and pans.
Not at Denny's.
We do let them. They do let them wash their feet.
Yeah,
usually.
Yeah, usually there's a little toe fungus in there. Bible-toting bank robber on the loose, preying on financial institutions.
Nice.
He apparently didn't read the sign, the part that says "Thou shalt not steal," buddy.
No, really?
No, he didn't read that commandment.
Wow, he's carrying a Bible?
Yeah.
He should read, yeah.
You shouldn't bring a sandwich to a banquet, but what about a Bible to a robbery?
Well, it depends on if the banquet doesn't have sandwiches.
Police in Nashville are looking to help track down a man accused of robbing a bank while carrying a Bible. The suspect walked into the Bank of America Friday afternoon around 2:30 p.m., Bible in hand, and gave the teller a note, according to a police release. After the teller gave the suspect an undisclosed amount of money, the man fled the scene in a red, older model 2-door vehicle. The Bible was left at the bank, but it is unknown if that was by accident or intellectual design.
Yeah, maybe he was making a statement.
No weapons were ever seen.
He had that Bible, man. You can fuck somebody up with that. You start reading all that.
Hey, remember when
crap in
Stryper
there.
used to throw them in the crowd?
Oh, yeah. They injured a lot of people.
That was dangerous.
Yeah. They had to make
I seen
them
Marilyn
stop.
Manson throw a Bible in the crowd
I saw the fire
once.
marshal shut him down before when they opened for Megadeth.
Really?
Like, yeah, you can't do that. You kill people with those things. Because they were doing the King James, the big fucking...
Oh, the big ones?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
big...
Oh, okay.
And just, it took 2 of them to throw one out, you know?
So the
But
people
yeah,
in the first 4 or 5 rows
yeah,
were
you
in
were
danger.
fucked. Yeah, you got to be careful.
No cash to open a bank account? Do what this guy did. Steve Leon Coley Jr. of Florida
Oh, no.
walked into another Bank of America to open an account, but told the teller he didn't have the $25 minimum. Police say he solved the problem in a simple way. He just robbed the bank.
Did he open an account?
The 36-year-old was arrested Wednesday, hours after he entered the bank to make his first deposit. Deputies in Pasco County said the suspect showed his Florida driver's license to the teller on his first visit and returned around 2:47 demanding money. Police say Conley left with an undisclosed amount of cash and was spotted walking down the street counting money.
Did he go to another bank and then
He probably opened an account down the street, yeah.
I like that bank better, so I robbed you to go pay them.
Arresting officers said Conley fit the description of the suspect and that he had the exact amount of stolen money from the bank in his possession, so he didn't even deposit any or spend any.
Yeah, I'd have been on a spending spree right next door. Whatever's next door. Go buy all the shit you can.
Good thing you didn't go into head shop.
Oh, yeah, that probably wouldn't be good.
Money would have went up in smoke.
Yeah.
All right, accused Walmart burglar wanted to be a mystery shopper. Do you know what that is? Mystery shopper?
They get paid to shop, right?
You get paid to come into your business and see if the service is good.
How they're treated and all that.
We get that at the car dealership.
See, I
all the
should
time.
be one because I hate fucking going shopping, man.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'd be good at that because I'd just be miserable. I'd really put them up through their fucking ringer.
Yeah, I would escort you out the door. Suspected burglar Alexander Weingard says he had a good reason for rummaging around the manager's office in a Florida Walmart on Sunday at 2:30 a.m.
Well, why?
He wanted a job as a mystery shopper.
Early riser.
You know who he's
Got up
probably
early.
looking for?
Huh.
Is Drover.
Drover?
Yeah.
Who's that? Oh, Glenn Drover. Yeah, he might be working there.
He might be working there still. Delray Beach police say the
Collecting them
20-year-old hoodie and sweatshirt put it over his street clothes after entering the store. He walked into the office, stuffed a garbage bag with an Xbox One and other merchandise totaling $462. Authorities say Weingart was in possession of a loaded handgun and a small amount of heroin.
Heroin?
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, yeah, he didn't have pot.
But he also had some...
If he had pot, that bag would have been full of fucking Cheetos and subs and
exactly.
all
But
the snack food.
He also had a Mentos container that contained 33 Xanax pills and other drugs.
Oh, well, he was going to have
This
a
guy was
party.
a professional.
He was getting ready to go home and put on the Xbox and just get hammered and play fucking games.
Weingard, however, maintains that he did enter the manager's job to apply for the mystery shopper gig because it seemed like a good job, he said.
Oh, yeah.
A mystery shopper is a person hired by a manufacturer or retailer to pose as a customer in order to evaluate the quality of service.
But they don't get to keep the shit they're freaking buying, do they?
They never buy anything. Like, they come into the car dealership, and they go on all these test rides and all this kind of shit, and they ask
credit.
all these dumb questions.
And they're like,
and then they say, we'll see. We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They waste 3 hours
of your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walmart proposal kicks off romantic night of sex toys stealing, cops say.
Nice.
Yep.
Where did it happen? At a Walmart?
Yep.
Yeah.
In Michigan.
Oh.
A couple that celebrated its engagement at a Walmart with a $29.62 ring and a dramatic proposal over the PA system.
Man, he really went out.
All out.
That's 2 months' salary.
Yeah. He spent the night in separate jails allegedly shoplifting sex toys. I didn't know they had sex toys at Walmart.
No,
those are dog chew toys, lady.
They went. One of them bones.
Yeah,
with the big knob on the
yeah,
end.
exactly.
Holy crap! They got like those 3-footers.
Yeah,
holy cow!
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have a crazy party there.
Bay City authorities in Michigan arrested William Cornelius and Sherry Moore, his fiancee, with their $30 ring on December 30th after the couple allegedly stole a bride-to-be thong, an edible thong, oral sex candy, and a vibrator from a Spencer store shortly after getting engaged at Walmart.
Oh, but they had to tie Walmart into it.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. That makes sense.
Surveillance footage shows Cornelius dropping to one knee as Moore says yes to the applause of their fellow customers. No one was applauding at Spencer's, though. An employee called the Bay County Sheriff's Department with a shoplifting complaint a short time later. The two suspects fled the area before police arrived. Woman later arrived at Moore's as Moore was apprehended near Taco Bell.
Oh, they were going to go eat, and then they were going to go test out that vibrator.
Exactly.
Make sure it worked. Jeez. Well, at least he was concerned about her pleasure.
Her pleasure, yeah.
Unless it was for him.
Well, you know damn well if he's going down on her, he's not letting her eat Taco Bell first.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Nothing with beans.
No, that's not a smart idea at all. Woo. All right, that winds up... News of the Weird. Coming up, we've got Talking Real Metal, and next hour we'll talk to Craig Goldy of the Resurrection Kings. But right now, what do you say we throw on a little Priest? This is Redeemer of Souls on Rockin' Metal Revival.
Nothing's going to redeem that, man.
Here's your latest hard rock and metal news on Rockin' Metal Revival.
All right, horns up, metalheads. Time for another edition of Talking Real Metal. Kids are back in school, so let's teach them something.
Yeah, it's time to get your learning on.
That's right. This story here...
It's some education coming right at you.
That's right. We sent them the book, We send them to school, buy them books, and all they do is eat the teacher.
Yeah,
That's right.
I know.
You see all this sex
Some
with
of those
teachers?
are pretty fucking hot.
They weren't when I was in school.
I know.
Old
What the hell?
dinosaurs.
What the hell?
Anyways, I saw this story the other day, and I laughed, and I'm glad they got it right now. Metallica reportedly sends cease and desist order to Canadian Metallica tribute band.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the hell?
And then,
Really?
and then now Metallica apologizes to Canadian tribute band for overzealous attorney in cease and desist letter. I guess Lars called the guy up and said, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
okay.
fine.
I don't know. I didn't read the article. I just read the headlines. And all right, well, somebody said, "Ooh, this is really making you guys look bad. You better fucking do something about this." All right, let's blame the lawyers.
Yeah.
Blame the lawyers.
Everybody hates lawyers.
Hey, I'll give them a call. Tell them, hey, my lawyers are dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was really them. They were like, we can't have anybody use our logo. We work so hard for that.
Well, get out and play once in a while, you
Yeah.
pricks.
Well, they're getting too much money.
Nickelback sues insurance company over concert cancellations. The insurance company had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
The fact that nobody wanted to go canceled the concerts.
Yeah. The fact that you're Nickelback, everybody should be suing fucking you right now, Nickelback.
Yeah, for all those bands
For
sounding
ruining
the same.
fucking football for me. All I hear is, oh, they're putting in a new Nickelback. And it's like, oh, fuck, I hate that band.
Ozzy Osbourne on David Bowie. He was one of the greats. Yes, he was. He was.
Yeah. He was different, man.
Yeah, he did his own thing. Black Sabbath's new rehearsal video confirms Tommy Clufotis. Is that how you say that?
Clitoris, yeah.
Oh, whatever. Will play drums during the end tour.
Clitoris, yes.
I had a chance to go to that.
Did you?
Coming up in a couple
Yeah.
weeks, but you told me that I couldn't spend any money on Ozzy, so I'm not.
No, it cost. He's got too much money
Yeah.
as it is, fucker. Until he starts giving some to Bob Daisley and Lee Kerslake, fuck him.
Okay. Guns N' Roses keyboardist erases Coachella comments from his social media sites.
Yeah, talking about the gig and shit. So maybe it's not a done deal.
I still heard they're negotiating with Izzy Stradlin and Steven Adler. Still to this point.
Really?
Yeah. The only three that are confirmed are Duff and Axl and Slash. So.
That's because they're getting all the money.
Exactly. It's kind of like a Kiss reunion.
How little can we pay you to get you to play these fucking gigs?
And there's talk of a new album, too.
Oh, God.
Well,
They're just going to fuck their whole...
hey, dude, the way I look at it, it gets Alter Bridge to play more stuff, and Miles can finally do a solo album.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
That's true.
Black Label Society guitarist Dario Lorena to record his second solo album. Dario's a cool dude.
He's a great guitar player.
We should get him on the show
Pisses me
again.
off, man. He's way too good. Yeah, since he's been in Black Label, man, we haven't talked to him.
No. Megadeth's Dave Mustaine is still hoping to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Dave, you just need money.
Yeah, and you need to be in a really, really super popular band.
They've sold a lot of albums.
I know they have, but they're not up there with the Metallica.
No. Iron Maiden to play China for the first time. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know metal bands went there.
I didn't either, man. That's what makes it so big. Maybe, I wonder if they're going to play clubs.
Rob Zombie disturbed Scorpions Megadeth set for Rocklahoma Festival. Remember when that was just a hair metal festival back when it started?
Yeah, now you can't just keep having the same fucking bands show up every year.
Did you buy your tickets to this? The Scorpions announced their Blackout in Vegas 5-night engagement with special guest Queensryche May 13th, 14th through the 21st.
I'm thinking I might have to make some plans. That would be good.
Dude, I could
That'd
really
be
actually
cool
see
in
you going to
Vegas.
that.
Yeah, I could hop in the van and just drive down.
Exactly. A documentary about Twisted Sister's early days gets nationwide theatrical release date. I probably won't see that. I'll wait for the DVD.
Yeah, I'll wait for the book.
Yeah, and Ace of Spades re-enters UK top 20, which is sad. It should have been
in there when it came out.
Exactly.
It should have been in there last year or so.
Yeah.
Not after he's gone.
No.
Because who's getting the money now? Who's getting the...
Probably the other guys in Motorhead.
Yeah.
All right, so that winds up talking
There's
real
only
metal.
one. There's only one left from the original.
Yeah.
Fast Eddie.
Then he gets
Phil.
it. Yeah.
Phil passed
Yep.
a month or two before?
November, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
That's rough.
Eddie better be watching it out because, all right, November Phil goes.
December
Lemmy goes. It's still January,
Yeah.
Fast Eddie. You better watch it.
Yeah, watch yourself.
Take care of yourself.
So let's get into the second hour. Next hour, we'll talk to Craig Goldy from the Resurrection Kings. But right now, here is Steel Panther and the Burden of Being Wonderful, something you and I know a lot about.
It's not easy.
No.
It's not easy.
It's hard.
Being wonderful like us. It's hard. I wish I heard that more often.
This portion of Rock and Metal Revival is brought to you by...
We shared an 8-ball, among other things. We spoke of hopes and dreams, of what the world needs now. I played him a song inspired by his Magnus Opum, a song about the healing power of sex and love and rock and roll. He said it sounded like a pit bull raping a small deaf child. I don't think he meant it as a compliment.
From the CD Decadent, there is Udo and Pain on Rock and Metal Revival. A lot of pain in that little short set. Addicted to the pain, and I get that's what people are going through listening to this program.
We are pain.
Yeah, that's right.
We're like propane and
propane
accessories. Yeah, we need the accessories.
Hey, dude, it was cool to talk to Craig Goldy. We haven't talked to Craig Goldy in a long time. We haven't talked to him since we used to do the Spinal Tap question.
Yeah, and when we did the we had him on our Randy Rhoads show too. So
yeah,
it was before we did that tribute back then.
So it's been a while.
Yeah,
and it was great to talk to him. He's got a new band it's kind of an all-star lineup with Chaz West, Sean McNabb, and Vinny Appice.
No, Vinny Appice. It's Vinny Appice.
If I was Vinny Appice and I saw you, I would smack
I'd punch you.
Yeah, right
it's
in the
Vinny
head.
Appice. It's
So,
Carmine Appice. God damn it, get him right.
All right, so we had
they're like cousins, I heard.
Oh, you're terrible. All right, so new Resurrection Kings will be out later this month, but right now we're going to play one off that called Who Do You Run To? Coming up, we'll talk to Craig Goldy on Rockin' Metal Revival. There's brand new music from the Resurrection Kings called Who Do You Run To on Rockin' Metal Revival, and Jerry, this is an all-star lineup, I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's like the who's who of metal for the last, 25 years?
Yeah.
And we're proud to have back on the show. It's been a while, but he's back. We want to welcome Craig Goldy to the show. Welcome, Craig.
Hey, you guys. It's good to hear your voices again. It's nice to be back with you.
Hey, Craig, how did Resurrection Kings come to be? Now, because you've been involved in a couple other projects with Black Knight Rising, and you've also done Dio Disciples. Now you're in Resurrection Kings. It seems you kind of found a home there, haven't you?
Well, yeah, it's like it just kind of snowballed, and it is kind of like a home. Yes, I lost a lot when we lost Ronnie, and that took the wind out of my sails for quite some time. So I really didn't do a whole lot of music other than the Dio Disciples, and because that band was a family, and Ronnie was our family, and when a family member dies, those left behind often try to keep their memory alive, and so there were really like memorial services cloaked as rock concerts, and so that's about all I really cared to do. And then I did a couple of songs as my own personal tribute to Ronnie a couple of years ago, and then the singer who sang on those did so good that we decided to put a band together, and little by little I started coming back alive and doing music again, and Chaz West, the singer on the Resurrection Kings, him and I were writing some songs together prior to that, and Living Out Loud was one of them. And so I got this email from Frontiers asking me if I'd like to be the guitar player for a recording project that would involve guys who had named for themselves in the 80s, and kind of like in the White Snake, Deep Purple, Rainbow type of vein, and would I be interested? And I said, absolutely. And then it just kind of snowballed. The singer that they had in mind sang and played bass, and when he fell through, it made perfect sense for me to contact Chaz and Sean, because at one time we were thinking about trying to put a band together, and Frontiers was asking me to submit songs, and I had already submitted Living Out Loud, and they loved the song. So, fortunately for us, Chaz was available and Sean was available, and then when the drummer fell through, me and Vinny had remained friends from Dio, and we were doing a recording session together, and I said, would you like to do it? And he heard some of the songs and said, yeah. So, to the naked eye, the project was falling apart at the seams, but in reality, it was actually becoming stronger and more powerful. And, it was just a real special lineup, and the record company, thank God for Frontiers Records for doing what they're doing with the music and the guys that, like me, who made names for themselves in the 80s and keeping that music alive. And they picked certain songs from the ones that I submitted and some of the songs that me and Alessandro Del Vecchio, the producer, wrote together, and some of the songs that he wrote on his own and co-wrote with others. And it was just a real special collective contribution that just kind of snowballed into a very special album.
Nice.
Yeah, one night I had the opportunity to meet Ronnie, and it was probably one of the most special nights. We get to meet a lot of people with radio, but meeting Ronnie was extra special. It's been hard for a lot of people to get over Ronnie. Do you ever think there'll be another vocalist who will be that noticeable in this genre?
No, I think that if you're interested, at the end of this, if you guys want to give me your email or something like that, I'll send you the 2 songs I did as my own personal tribute to Ronnie. That guy is amazing. If anybody's going to come close to that, it'll be him. But no, there just was nobody like him. He was the first and last of his kind. From beginning to end, his talent, all the different inflections and abilities that man held within himself, the kind of person he was, and that's why you remember the day that you met him, because he also was a fan. We all start out as fans, and somewhere along the line, a lot of us forget where we came from and become rock stars. And Ronnie was first and foremost a musician and a great human being who was perceived as a rock star. And the fans were not fans; they were friends. Some of them were. Fans are really just friends you haven't met yet.
Yeah, great.
And so when Ronnie speaks to people that are so-called fans, he treats them like friends. He'll look them right in the eye and make them feel like they're the only one in the room, and that they're super special, and that their time together is the most important time. And he doesn't do it because it's good customer service or it's the right thing to do. It's just because that's the kind of guy he was. Because he did, he'll speak to you like you're an equal, and he'll talk, and you'll feel like a friend, and you'll walk away with a memory that you'll keep with you forever, because he's just that special.
Exactly. That's the way he made me feel like I was the only person there he was talking to. I know exactly what you're talking about. I wanted to ask you about a night that I had heard about you guys in the back of a limo and seeing some kids in the rain.
Yeah, that's true.
How now? He just stopped the vehicle and had you guys stand in the rain. Can you tell us that story?
One of those things just kind of snowballed. Ronnie and I, I know that I'm not every Dio fan's favorite guitarist, but me and Ronnie were friends. And so we would hang out together. And Ronnie, he would be the first to show up and the last to leave at every concert. And he'd hang out with the crew. Everybody's back at the hotel, and we may have a 6 a.m. lobby call to meet in the lobby and get on the bus and go to the next city just in time to make sound check for the next concert. But we're still there 3 o'clock in the morning. He's moving stuff and helping the crew and talking to the truck drivers and making sure every single person that was there wanting an autograph would be taken care of. So it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was hanging out with him because I really liked that about him, and I really learned to love that way that he had, and I wanted to be part of it. And so it was just the two of us. There was a limousine outside waiting for us, and it was started to rain. And as we started to take off towards the hotel, we noticed these 2 kids, in the corner of the Coliseum, huddling together with their coats over their head because they were trying to keep from getting wet. And we both said, "Stop," And so the guys came, the fans that were waiting outside came over to each side of the limousine, and we rolled down the windows, and they, gave us their pieces of paper for us to sign. And the rain started to pick up, and the wind was blowing the rain inside the limousine. So it was just one of those things. Me and Ronnie looked at each other and we said, "F this," and the the fans were like, we're sorry. And I'm like, no. And we're both thinking, hey, if you guys can stand out in the rain waiting for us, and then we can stand out in the rain and sign autographs for you. So that's what we did. We got out of the warm, dry limousine and stood out in the rain and signed autographs and hung out and talked with them. I suppose it should have been, why don't you come on inside?
yeah, really.
But we didn't think of it that way. You know, we thought, hey, if you could do that for us, we can do that for you. And there we were, just getting soaked, you know. But luckily the things that we had to sign had been signed in the dry limousine. And we talked to them for a while and hung out, and we got back in the car soaking wet and went back to the hotel. So somewhere in this world, there's those two kids who have that other side of the story, you know. But it's true.
So are there any plans for Resurrection Kings to hit the road?
Well, actually, we all got so impressed with the way this album came out that we are currently in negotiations with managers and agents to try to put a tour together in support of the album. And we all would like to do another record together.
Nice.
Hey, Craig, the two songs that you're talking about that were tribute to Ronnie, are those the songs you worked on with Mark Huff, who used to be the lead singer of Quiet Riot?
Yes.
Yeah, he has an outstanding voice.
Man. Have you heard those songs yet?
No, I haven't heard those songs yet,
but
I saw Mark live.
When this is over, give me your email so I can send them to you. The two songs, they were written as my own personal tribute to him, and Mark sang on those, and he sang them so outstandingly. That's what made him and I want to put a band together.
Nice.
Now, Craig, your first full studio album with Dio was Dream Evil. And that's one
that's
of my
a great album.
Yeah, I love that album, and I Could Have Been a Dreamer is one of my all-time favorite Dio songs. What was it like working with Ronnie for you, the first time working with Ronnie on that first album?
Well, I mean, it's a combination of many things. I mean, for one thing, it was a dream come true. I mean, I came from an abusive family, physically and verbally. So I left when I was about 14 years old and lived on the streets. And with my last $20 that I made from guitar lessons, I made a demo that somehow got into the hands of Ronnie James Dio, right at the time when Jake E. Lee had left Rough Cut to join Ozzy. And so they were holding auditions for Rough Cut. And the only trouble is, how do you find a kid who lives in a car?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, they're trying to find me, and Wendy and Ronnie are renting amplifiers and equipment for me because I didn't have anything else other than a guitar. So they are already being good to me before I even met them.
Wow.
Jeez.
Then the night before the audition, I hear that Ronnie wants to meet me, and I'm like, I think it's the other way around. But we had a conversation that I didn't really realize had meant something to him, that got to him in such a way that was going to spark a very special relationship that was going to last for decades. He doesn't like to sit in with people, but he got so inspired during that audition that he actually sat in on the audition, and him and I performed Man on the Silver Mountain in Heaven and Hell together, and then he sang over one of my original song ideas. So we actually were writing songs the first night we met.
Nice.
And then while we were working in the studio together, he looked at me, doing the Rough Cut demos, he looked at me and said, Goldy, if Vivian ever doesn't work out, you'd be my first choice. And he's a man of his word, so that's why there were no auditions. When Viv was out, I was in, and that was it. So now we're here getting ready to write for Dream Evil, and it's just, for a guy like me, a fan, who came from where I came from, suddenly headlining Madison Square Garden and doing 20,000-seat arenas and 80,000-seat, outdoor festivals, and now we're working on a full-length album. It was just a mind-blower. It was just, every day was just a dream come true. It was just incredible. But because I was such a fan of Rainbow and what he did with Black Sabbath, that my contributions were, to that album were a little Ritchie Blackmore-esque, a little influenced from his prior catalog. So that's why Dream Evil kind of had that flavor to it. Dream Evil was the first album that ever had a keyboard solo, was the first album that ever really had any kind of Ritchie Blackmore or Rainbow-esque type influences on it because of the fact that it was him and I working together. Him and I had already worked up a friendship. We already worked together in the studio, so we knew it would work out together. We've already written together. So all that had already happened prior to that album, and it was just a very special time in my life, and I'll never forget it.
Nice. Now, being a guitarist, I got to ask you a guitarist kind of question here. All right, do you think the talk box is underutilized in rock and roll anymore?
That's interesting you say that, because I've been kind of toying with the idea of maybe bringing that back.
Hell yeah.
'Cause I think it's cool if it's like the wah-wah pedal. You know, it's you can
if
you
it's
can
done,
either,
tastefully and not just constant. Yeah,
absolutely.
Nice. See, I got a good question.
I know you did. Yeah. Hey, Craig. Where can fans keep up to date with what's going on with you and what's going on with the Resurrection Kings? What are the best places for them to find out more information?
Well, there is a Facebook page for Resurrection Kings, and the album will be available in full on iTunes and Amazon, and all the information will be available on the Facebook page, the Resurrection Kings. I think it's just called Resurrection Kings. I don't think it's the Resurrection Kings. But as things get closer, because the album is released on the 29th, so I'm going to be a lot more active on that Facebook page, because I'm kind of one of those guys that I kind of, I understand Facebook and I understand social media and I understand how important it is, but I think, it's gone just so, I personally don't care to post my breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. It's just getting monotonous.
So I tend to kind of stay away a little bit, because not that I'm mysterious or anything like that, but I don't want to tell all, and so I just kind of like to, kind of go there and on and off, because it is special to be able to connect with the fans. I think it's a very cool thing that you can actually have a conversation with maybe the guy that you're a fan of, and even though the Dio Disciples was meant to keep his memory alive as far as the music is concerned, it's my personal mission to keep his way alive. The way he was with people. I'm nowhere near what that man was, but I do understand the love he has for his fans, and I do understand how important it is to make people feel special. And so when I do meet people face to face, and I do try to spend time on Facebook and try to make people feel special, because I know what that's like, and I would like to be, someday the guy that makes somebody feel special because they were a fan of me, that I made them feel like a friend and treated them like an equal and made them feel special.
So any tracks on the new album you think could have benefited from adding some cowbell?
I was waiting for one of those things from you guys. I thought this was a bit tame.
Well, kind of hold the wait. Just,
We're still trying to get over your Spinal Tap story you told us the last time.
Wait, what was that?
Did you free a Spinal Tap story?
Which one was it? Do you remember?
Oh, we've got it on recording.
Oh, yeah. Got it somewhere.
From the last time you were on the show. So we changed the question up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But no, there's been plenty of Spinal Tap moments, I'll tell you that.
We know everybody.
There was one, when we were doing the Sacred Heart tour, that dragon was a real fire-breathing dragon. On the video, they had to overdub the fire because the fire marshal would come in during sound check and either give us the green light or say, no, you can't use it. So on the night that we filmed that, of course, the fire marshal said we can't use it. But on other nights, that was a real fire-breathing dragon. Fire came out of that dragon's mouth. Sometimes it would drip like lava.
Oh, damn.
So I'd be standing there, and the stage was carpeted. So every now and then, the fire would come out and drip like lava and set the carpet on fire. So I'd have to walk over and stamp the fire out while I'm playing guitar at the same time.
Nice.
Oh,
Did you get reimbursed for shoes or anything?
Well, I know. Luckily, no. But luckily that nothing like that occurred. But yeah, there was plenty of those type of moments. I love that movie Spinal Tap because that really is a documentary, and I think a lot of musicians got insulted, and I think it's only because it came a little too close to home.
Oh yeah,
exactly. We asked that question for about 6 years, and everybody got it. Everybody had a Spinal Tap story.
They knew the movie.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, I think you're talking about the time I did the roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. Dear Lord.
Yes, that's the one.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh my God. Yep. That was the first and last time that ever happened. I'd probably break something if I try that now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Craig, we love the new CD, and we'll be playing it a lot here on Rock and Metal Revival, and we want to play "Living Out Loud" because this song just cranks. And
well, thank you.
You are more than welcome back on Rock and Metal Revival anytime.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I love you guys. You guys are great, and I'm so glad we got a chance to do this again because it's been a long time since I spoke to you guys, since the last time. And I'm glad you guys are still together and doing it. It's great. You guys are a great team, and I love what you're doing.
There's Boba Flex from their CD Charlatan's Web, and I'm Glad You're Dead on Rock and Metal Revival. And man, that was good.
That's a fucking great love
song. That's a happy song. That's a Valentine's song. You should send that out.
Get ready for Valentine's Day. Yeah,
it's already,
make sure send that out to all your lovers.
Exactly. So I tell you, it was good to talk to Craig Goldy, man. What a cool
nice
dude.
guy, man.
Yeah,
I could hang out with him and
just bullshit and talk. Yeah, it was cool to talk to him about Ronnie too, because I'm telling you, dude, probably the coolest meet and greet that I've ever been to.
Yeah,
you know,
and I wasn't here for it. That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I had to take Jim Bob.
I know that really misrepresented.
Yeah.
What we are.
Well, let me like Jim Bob.
I bet he did.
Well, Jim Bob was all right. So we want to thank Craig Goldy for being on the show.
Now, was he really Jim Bob when he went there, or did he?
He was Jim Bob.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So we had after a few Lemmys, he was Jim Bob.
Nice.
So we want to thank Craig Goldy for being on the show. Check out Resurrection Kings. They are on Facebook, and buy their CD when it comes out.
Yeah. When's it come out? 20-something?
29th, I think, of this month.
Good stuff. I've been listening to it in the shop, man.
Yeah, and we've got new music right now in our hands from Anthrax, and we've got new music from another band that we just love here at Rock and Metal Revival, and that's Primal Fear.
Yeah.
And next week, hopefully,
we got someone.
We got somebody from Primal Fear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So looking forward to that. So this weekend, go out, have a good time. I know I will be having a great time. And so
what are you doing?
Huh?
It's
my birthday, man. I'm going out and getting loaded.
This weekend?
Yeah, it's Saturday. It's my birthday.
This Saturday?
Yeah. It's not the party.
Oh, okay.
But my actual birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, man, really?
Yeah.
No way. I'm not ready for that. Fuck that.
So,
okay.
So go out and have a good time, and remember, like I will, don't drink and drive.
Smoke and fly.
Peace.
This brings to an end another edition of Rock and Metal Revival. If you enjoyed it, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell two. Until next time, this is Rock and Metal Revival.
I said, who wants to fucking touch me?
To catch the whole show of Rock and Metal Revival, all you have to do is check it out on these affiliates. Mega Rock Radio's on Saturdays from 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and on Uncontrolled Noise Tuesdays at 1 a.m., Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on UncontrolledNoise.com. And make sure that you leave them a message and tell them that you found Rock and Metal Revival on their stations. Enjoy this edition of Rock and Metal Revival.